This is Rob Humphrey with 92.3 WTTS. We're backstage at the Egyptian Room here at Old National Center with Britt and Alex from Spoon ahead of their WTTS Rock to Read show tonight. How are you guys?
Good. How you doing, Rob?
Excellent. Thanks for taking some time to talk to me, and thanks for doing the show tonight, by the way. It's for a great cause. It helps reading programs, children's reading programs with the Indianapolis Public Library. And did you have a favorite book when you were a kid?
As a kid?
Yeah.
I liked that, that Hats with the Bartholomew Cubbings book.
Yeah,
you know
500 Hats.
Yeah, the 500 Hats, yeah.
Yeah, that book. Were any of the hats that cool, though?
I wasn't even thinking about it.
I don't think so. Alex, what about you?
Yeah, I liked Where the Sidewalk Ends, the Shel Silverstein poetry book.
Right, yeah.
I got in trouble for reading that up.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
What?
Well, there was some poem in there about, it was like a take on the Lord's Prayer, and I read it over the intercom at my school. They did not, it was Shel Silverstein.
Yeah.
I wasn't making it up, but
Right. But you got in trouble?
I got in a lot of trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Did that call your
It
parents?
was very provocative for 5th grade. Yeah, my parents got.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get in big time trouble at home or just at school?
I got in some trouble at both places.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they just don't like that kind of stuff in Texas, right?
No.
Keep you down.
Yeah. Speaking of your childhood, the legend has it that you decided you wanted to be a musician at the age of, 8? When you heard the Bee Gees? That can't be true.
There was a lot of rock and roll being played in the house, and then the Bee Gees was a big thing when I was 7 or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were my first gig I ever went to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the whole family went down to Austin when I was 8, and we saw the Bee Gees.
Wow. So 8-year-old Britt loves the Bee Gees. Does
Still
40-something-year-old Britt
I
stand
still
by
love
them?
the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Got some great songs. That guy,
Yeah.
he does a good job.
People make fun of you for that? Alex, you ever pick on you for liking the
No.
Bee Gees?
No, not at all.
No? You like the Bee Gees too?
Yeah.
What
Who
is
doesn't?
going on here?
Well, I mean, in the Sex Pistols versus the Bee Gees is that's a difficult time to be a Bee Gee when the Sex Pistols exists.
Sure.
But they did
Bee
good
Gees in
stuff.
hindsight.
Yeah.
The band has had some ups and downs, but you guys have had some longevity too. I mean, you got picked up by a major label, you released a record, then you were dropped, and for a lot of bands, that would have been the end of it. A lot of
Right.
people would have just been like, well, this isn't going to work. We're going to, go start another band and try it again. How tough was it for you to get through that patch, and what made you guys decide to stick with it?
Well, it wasn't wise, right? And we probably should have, by all rights, we should have quit the band, changed our name, started a new one or something. But
Right.
I kept writing songs, and we kept having local gigs that we were booking ourselves, and I kept we got a gig coming up. I kind of have half a song written, so I'm going to finish it. And then before we knew it, we had 10 of those or so, and we just recorded them real fast. And our manager was saying, well, we can't do anything with this name. And I was like, well, I don't care.
Right.
This is the band, and we did play these songs live. It's going to be phony if we don't put our own name on it. And
Right. Yeah.
so we just, somehow, though, things turned around right after then. It didn't make sense, but things
Right.
turned around.
Yeah, I saw that, I guess, from the year, 2000 to the year 2009 or something, that decade, whatever it was, Metacritic says that Spoon was the highest rated band for that decade across
Right.
all the albums that were released. Do you pay any attention to reviews or any of that sort of thing? Do they mean anything to you at all?
Well, we should. Our last record was real good, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be mad if it wasn't reviewed well.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see that you weren't crazy
We
while
don't.
making it.
Yeah, we don't think about it while we're making it.
Yeah.
We
Right.
don't think about reviews then, but as soon as it's done,
It's
I
like,
want
I
it to
wonder what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Do you go out of your way do you look for the reviews or do you just?
I don't.
Okay.
I used to.
Yeah. And do you get really upset when you see a bad one?
Let me put it this way: if I read 10 reviews, and I don't think I've read 10 reviews of this last album,
They're good.
and one of them is bad, and 9 of them are good, I'm probably going to remember the details of the bad one.
Really?
So it's not really. It's not a good headspace. It's not really a good thing for me to read reviews. And
Right.
so,
So we talk about.
I see how many stars there are, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Talking about the new album, Hot Thoughts. It's been described as, I saw somewhere anyway, so by at least one person, it was described as Spoon's sex album. Are you comfortable with that?
Sure.
All right. Also, you guys, you dubbed the sound of the album Vaporwave. What the hell does that mean?
Vaporwave, yeah.
Vaporwave, yeah. What does
you
that
did your
mean?
research, huh?
A little bit.
How did that come up?
It was just a joke.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just riffing, you know, like a comedian.
Somebody, what was it? Something like somebody was like, "This is this wave, and this is this
Yeah,
wave."
so I was just naming new waves.
Yeah.
That one new wave.
Okay. And then vaporwave got picked up, and
And then it turns out there is a
There's
thing called
vaporwave.
there is a thing
Right, it's
called
like a-
Vaporwave.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, we're vaporwave, right?
Or wait, no, that the vaporwave is real, and we're vapewave.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Like an e-cig.
right, yeah. But vaporwave is like some sort of art or something that's.
Yeah, it can. People
It's like an
do.
internet thing.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
probably the wrong person to ask.
Right, okay. How do the albums come together for you guys? You write the
Naturally.
songs, so how's that process?
Gracefully.
Do you start with lyrics? Do you start with music? Do you?
I usually have a bit of both going at the same time.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of lyrics being put together over here, and I write some music over here, and then when I'm feeling, if I'm in a really good mood, and I've had, a good salad and some iced tea, then I can maybe have the skills to put them both together at the same time.
All right. Nice. All right. Alex, how long have you been with the band?
4 years ish.
Yeah. How did that come about?
I met Britt playing in Divine Fits.
Oh yeah.
We
yeah.
were in another band together.
Yeah. Divine Fits. Can we expect another record from those guys?
No,
No.
you can't
Okay.
expect one.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It might happen.
All right, fair enough. You've done some solo albums also under a pseudonym. Can we
I
expect
did a
any more
long
of that?
time ago. Yeah.
Any more of that?
Before Spoon even. I don't have any. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you play on my solo album?
Yeah,
Yeah, even though it was under my own name.
for sure.
Okay.
It's happening now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's locked in. That's a verbal contract.
I'll play on yours.
Great.
All right.
Oh, you guys could do like the Kiss thing. Every member of Spoon
Done.
could come out with their own solo album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I like that idea.
Why do you guys? You've done some producing work, and I know Jim Eno has done a ton of producing work. Yet I noticed that on pretty much all of Spoon's albums, you guys work with someone else as a producer. Why do you do that? Do you not trust yourselves?
Well, what is it good for? I mean, it's good to have someone who has a less, who has a bit of a distance
They're
to
less
the.
emotional about
Yeah.
the decisions. They can kind of keep you going. If you get stuck, it's easy to get stuck. So they can kind of be like, "Oh, come on, we got this. You got this. Move
Right.
along."
Someone to, and just having another person to add ideas. If you have a good producer, they are going to come up with. Not only are they going to help with the personalities in the band and help with the engineering and that kind of stuff, but they will have their own ideas, and that just having another person who is has a fertile imagination in that way, it can only help the record be better.
Right. I noticed an odd credit on "They Want My Soul," and on the sequencing it was Janet Weiss was listed as having handled
Last
the
couple
sequencing.
records, yeah.
Oh, really? And,
Yeah.
and that is the same Janet that I'm thinking of from Slater
Yeah,
King.
yeah. She helps. She's really good with that. And
Oh,
the
okay.
reason I found that out is because I did some shows with her where she played in Bright Eyes, and I played some songs with them. And anyway, I was always backstage, and she was the person that was making the set list. When she played with Stephen Malkmus, she was the person making the set list. So I asked her a couple of times, will you write the set list for me?
Right.
And she was great at it. For some reason, she has this way of putting together a live show, knowing which song would come. She's good at it. She has that oversight. And so then I said, well, why not just do it on an album? So
Right, yeah. Can
she
you help
helps
me out
out.
with that?
Yeah.
That's good. How important is sequencing, do you think, right now? I mean, we seem to live in an age where people consume music as singles more than anything else. You hear a song that you like, you go to iTunes or wherever, you pay your $1.29, whatever it is, you download it, you've got that song. So how important is an album as a whole?
I think a lot of people do care about albums a lot. And if you do care about albums, and if you're a serious music fan and you listen to albums, then I think that the sequencing matters quite a bit. The album is a work of art. And even though people keep telling me that they don't mean anything, it still happens that every promotional push comes about because of an album.
Right.
Beyonce puts out an album, and it's a big thing.
Yeah. Lemonade, huge.
Right.
Yeah. How's the tours going okay?
Yeah.
You guys happy with that? You added a 5th touring member of the band, right?
Right.
How does that change things when you're on stage?
Well, he's from Mexico City. He speaks Spanish well, so if we go to Mexico City, he helps out quite a bit.
That's good.
He revs people up in ways that we can't do. No, he's a fantastic player and an amazing find that Jim had recorded him. He lives in Austin, I didn't know him, but Jim knew him. Jim had recorded him several times in other bands, and he just came in and I couldn't imagine a better fit for the band. He's just a great dude. Gerardo Larios.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
One last question, and then we'll let you go. You guys haven't done a lot of cover songs, but you've done a few. How do you decide that the one you hear a song and you decide, hey, I want to record that?
The one we do covers live every now and then, and it's just because if a song is really jazzing us and we're really into it, then it's fun to play. Then that's why we really do it. Really, but sometimes we have put covers on records, and usually for me, it's like I pick that song because it's usually an obscure one that other people don't know, and odds are that people will think that I wrote it.
Well, you guys do have a way of making them sound like yours.
Right.
One of my favorite songs from They Want My Soul is I Just Don't Understand.
Right.
And I looked at it, I was like, Anne Margaret, what the hell?
Yeah.
How did you land on that one?
It was a bizarre set of circumstances where someone had asked me to do an Anne Margaret song for this website, Rookie, and then so I did, and ended up liking it so much, I was like, this has to go on the record. It's too good to just... So then I had to record another song for this website. Anyway.
Hey, well, it sounds great.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks.
Hey, thanks for joining us, and look forward to seeing
Nice
you
to
guys
talk to you,
tonight.
Rob.
Yeah, see you later.
All right, guys. Thanks, Alex.
Yep, for sure.